We got this 2002 Chevy Trailblazer that I picked up for 800 bucks, and I've already put 10,000 miles on it with a engine that has a slight knock in it. But you know, I think I'll probably get a lot more miles out of this thing than I had originally thought. The thing I got going on today is, and a lot of these Trailblazers end up with this problem eventually, especially if you live in the Northeast, and you can see the rust back here, water and moisture gets in here. And sometimes we start having problems with opening up the door back here. And if I push on this button here, we can open this up here just fine. But on the bottom here, it doesn't want to open no more. So I'm going to show you how to get into there and perhaps fix it. All right, and as you can see, no matter how much we're pulling this thing, it is jammed in there, it's locked. So what we got to do is actually go around into the inside here. Now, if you're lucky, and if this hatch stays open, and mine really doesn't at this point, you can actually leave this open and get some fresh air in here if it's a hot day or anything. But unfortunately, if yours don't stay open, my best advice is just to leave this shut until you do what I'm going to show you, because you can actually break this window. It'll slam down, you'll break that glass. So what we got to do is crawl in here. And I've cleaned the back of this out, and let me get back in here. I'm not as skinny as I used to be. All right, so here is our panel. You can't really get this panel off. Some guys can take it off just by pulling it off on the inside here, but you end up busting some clips and stuff. So the best thing to do is go ahead and do this now. And besides, you got this here to take off. I'll show you how to take that off. Best way to open this up, if you just want to open it for now, take this plug off. Now I'm going to shine my light down in there. Get down on my knees a little bit here. If you look closely, see that little hole right there, that little latch right there. There's a hole right there in that latch. What you got to do is take your screwdriver, and we'll shove this down in here like this. Try to do this with the light in one hand and the camera in the other. Get this in that hole here. Hang on a second. I think I got it. Once you get your screwdriver in there, you want to pull to your right if you're facing the rear of the vehicle. And when you do that, there we go. This will allow us to open this up like this. Push it on up. And now we can actually go ahead and take this panel off. All right, so we'll move this all the way and go ahead and get this panel off. All right, so what we got to do now is go ahead and get this little screw out here. This is a T27, and we'll get this screw out here. This whole latch will come down. All right, keep going there. All right, I think it's out, just about out. There we go. That's a pretty long screw. All right, so we got that out there, put that off the side, and now what we can do is just go ahead and pull this panel down. There are some clips in here, and don't be too surprised if we end up breaking some of these, because they do break. So let me just pull on this. Oh, that was too easy. Let me go on this side. Oh, well, there it is. That's basically it. So you can see we got a couple of clips there, a couple of guide pins. And that's really about it. So we go ahead and put this off to the side. Like I said, you could probably get this off without the door being open, but I just wanted to show you how to get it completely out of the way. All right, so here's the back of it. You got a lot of pretty things here, a lot of switches and so forth. But what we're looking at here, I'm gonna have to grab my light. And also on the back here, you can see when we lift this handle up, there's a rod on this side. And I'll show you the rod on the inside here. Now if I shine the light where the handle is, right there, you can see that rusty rod that comes out right up there. Well, someone's actually, looks like, well, you know what? Someone's got a wire. Piece of wire twisted around up there. So someone's worked on this before. I don't know if you can see that piece of wire there. Well, that could be our problem. But anyway, when you lift up on that handle there, you see that red piece of plastic there, clip, that goes all the way down, and it releases that mechanism right there, which releases this door lock. And I bet you anything, if I shine a light here, let's see, won't pull. And there's our problem. See, when it pulls this lock here, it's not releasing enough. So this up here's got too much play in it. Someone's put a wire up here, and that handle is moving more than the latch will. It shouldn't be moving like this. So what we got to do is go ahead and take this whole piece out of here. And let's see, we got a couple of screws here, bolts we got to take out. We got a couple here, and I do believe that is it. Let me check here real quick, because what we have to do, unfortunately, is take this piece here out. This plastic piece right here, pull this whole thing out, and you got a couple lights here. And that'll allow us to get in here and actually fix this. There's no fixing the way this is here. There's no way I can get my fingers up in there. And it looks like on the side there it's come loose. Maybe I can drill another hole in it or something. I don't know. But anyway, we'll go ahead and get this off here, look at it and see what we got. All right, so we got the last of our 4 10mm nuts off. It's amazing, all that stuff up there. This window back here, this back hatch. All right, so we got that loose, and what you gotta do now is take a light here, and you see that little yellow piece right there where the red is. The red and yellow kind of connect. There's a red one on the top there, and then right there on the bottom, the old yellow piece. Take a screwdriver and just kind of knock that off. I'm sorry you guys can't see it. Well, maybe you can see it right there, and take that out like that, because that's a lot easier to slide that back in later than that red one up there, because you can't get your finger up in there. And now we'll drop this down a little bit, and this piece should come off. I may have to deal with these lights, I'm not sure yet. Let's see if I remember right. Yeah, I gotta deal with these lights, so let me deal with these lights here real quick. All right, so our lights are okay right now. I just checked those out. We don't have to worry about that. It's the other model that you do. So we got one more bolt here. We have to take out the 10mm. See that one right there? I don't think you can see it. That one's actually broke loose. We got one back here in the back we have to take off. And once we get that one there out, right there, then this piece will come off. So let's get that out of there. All right, I think I got it. There it is. Like I said, there's one over here on the other side, but it's actually the studs broke off up into the plastic on this side over here, so there's nothing we can do about it. Now we can go ahead and hold this out here. I'll put my knee up here like this, kind of hold this, and out it comes, and there it goes shut again. Well, at least we can open it. So we've got one wire here for the light that we can unhook, and it's actually right here. Let me get this out of here real quick. There we go. Don't forget to hook this back up when you put it all back together. And here is our piece. And this is the back of the Trailblazer that got to work on. So this will be my thumbnail. Let me just back up here a little bit for you guys. Maybe it'll work. There we go. All right, we got a thumbnail shot. All right, so here's what's going on. When we pull up on this handle here to move this rod, this piece here is broken. So it looks like right here there could be another hole right there. Let me see. Yeah, oh, okay, I see what's happened. Right there, if you look closer where my thumb is, there is a hole. There is a secondary hole that's supposed to be this is all supposed to be in one piece together. This is all supposed to move as one unit. This ain't supposed to move independently. And that's the problem we got, and I don't know, boy, if I'm going to be able to fix this. But we got a hole there. Maybe I can rivet another hole there, put a rivet in there, and hold that for now. But that's what our issue is here. So if you have a Trailblazer, this is definitely a problem. So let me go ahead and see what I can do here with that. And here's the back of it opened up, and you can see when that rod moves, it just pulls down on that like that. And that's how it opens up. See, won't open. When you pull up on the handle, that rod pushes down on this, and da-da, it opens up. So, and it automatically locks, of course, and boom, away we go. So that's all I need. So I'll be back here in a few minutes. I'll let you know what I figure out. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know where you're watching from. All right, boys and girls, here's the deal. I got the wire that they had on there. I got it off. And now we can see what's going on here. And the reason they had that wire on there, you see this little tab right here? This is supposed to sit flush back here, and there's a little nipple right here. This catches out just like that. When you open that door handle, this moves. And they had a wire on there hoping that would stay, but it popped off like this, and it was actually back here like this. And it was moving around. So what I think I'm going to do, since I already have a small hole right there, I want to try to drill on through this into the metal on this side. If I can get a small rivet in here, then this will hold this for now. But this thing's pretty flimsy on the bottom. You can see how rusted it is. Or you can take this, I can take this whole rod out. You can just bend this here with a pair of pinchers, straighten this back out. Pliers like I did here, because they actually have it smushed. You can push this whole rod out, pull this whole thing out. But I think if I set this up like this and put that back where it's supposed to be, I actually might be able to get a hole in it. If I can just get a little hole right here and put a rivet in there, then this will hold, because you can see back here in the back how rusted this is. Just for now. So I think that's what we're going to do. So let me get the drill bit out and get a drill bit here, and we'll see what we can do here. Alright, so here's my setup. I've got my little vice grips here, just kind of holding that together. And I had to break out the big guys, my rivet set and my bits and all that. And I've got a little hole started on this side. It's like heart surgery. Alright, there we go. There we go. Yay! Alright, and this here I'm going to be using. What bit is this? I picked this whole thing up on eBay for like $13. I believe this is going to be the 5/8. Yeah, anyway, this is a 1,000-piece assortment set. And let's see. Hey, how about that? Now, let's see, that's one size. I wonder if the smaller size down is too much. Let's see. Well, actually, let's try this one here. Well, these are all the same. Let's see. Slightly smaller. Let's see. Hey, I think we got a winner here, but you know what? Just to be safe, we're going to go ahead and put the longer one in. Alright, so let's go ahead and set my little gun up here and see if this is going to work. Hopefully you can see this. I'll try to do this with one hand. And okay, I think it worked. Hey, it worked. All right. How about that, boys and girls? That's one way to fix a cat. Let's take this off and let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, that ain't going nowhere. Although it's pretty rusty, I'll put some paint on it and clean it up. And I didn't have to take this rod out. I don't want to have to deal with all that. So now it goes up pretty good. So hopefully, I probably should have went the other way with it, because you can see when I push down on this right here, it hits that a little bit. But I don't think I have to worry about that too much. If not, I'll just follow it down a little bit. So, alright, so we fixed it there, but you can see this piece is in pretty bad shape, but looks like we might have a winner here. So we'll go ahead and stick this back together and see how it works. Alright, so we got that back on there, and I got just a couple of bolts here, just finger tight for now, because I'm going to get some black paint and spray that really good. Alright, this is just a mock-up to see if this is going to work. And our wire is hooked back up. Don't forget to hook that back up. Alright, and our latch looks good there, so here we go. Do you think it'll work? I say it will. Alright, so we got her shut. That works. Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh yes, it works. Yay! Alright, how about that? I am so happy. And you hear it lock. Oh, yes. All right, so we fixed it, guys. That's one way to do it. And all we got to do is put our bolts back in and put our panel back together, and we are good to go. So, hope you enjoyed this little fix here. If you have a Trailblazer, do you love it? What's the worst you've had done to it? And we zoom in there, and you can see where I've actually fixed it up in there. See a little shiny rivet up in there, a little tiny thing right about there. Yeah, I know my fingernails are dirty, but check it out, it works. We can pull up on the handle now. This thing moves on the bottom like it should and releases. So, all right, so we'll go ahead and finish up here and put it all back together, and we'll wrap this video up, guys. I'll tell you what we'll do. We're going to use some of this white lithium grease. This stuff will stay on here. It won't rust out as bad as the other stuff. We'll spray that up in there really good. Get a good coating. I'm going to have to worry about it. It'll slow the rust down. Oops, I got some on my camera. All right, so what were the odds of that? And we'll spray down here to help it out a little bit. And we're done. All right, now we'll end the video. All right. Oh, all right. All back together. Pieces in. We bring her down and let her shut. And now we'll open up the door. Yes, baby. I like it when a plan comes together. So there you go, guys. Hopefully you liked this video. I got to remind myself to flip the license plates around. And all we needed was some simple tools. And this was a 1/8 inch bit that I used on that hole to make it there. So there you go, guys. Hopefully you like this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. Say hi, let me know where you're watching from, and hopefully this will help you out on your Trailblazer. So until my next video, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.